Good afternoon and welcome to the Digital Zone. I'm Ethiopis Tafara, Vice President and Chief Risk, Legal and Sustainability Officer at MIGA. I'm joined today by Alioune Ndiaye, who's Chairman of the Board of Orange Africa and Middle East, and we're here to discuss digital financial inclusion and the importance and impact of it. I don't think we can underestimate the ills of exclusion and the adverse impacts it has on development. So the development impact of Orange's operations is significant in that you provide access to services through mobile phones in regions where most people lack access to formal bank accounts. So what do you see as the challenges ahead in expanding access, particularly for those who are most affected, and that's generally women and people living in rural areas?
We're facing many challenges to boost furthermore the financial inclusion. First of these challenges is the fact that it's really difficult to access the remote areas in the region. Sometimes it's due to security reasons, unfortunately, like in Mali, Burkina Faso, and so on. And by the way, all our thoughts and prayers for the population living there. We hope that they will recover very soon from these safety issues. It can be also due to lack of infrastructure, for instance, roads, mobile network, point of sales, etc. So this is an issue, and the incremental cost to invest to operate in these areas, of course, is not a priority investment for us, of course. The second challenge is the tax and regulatory framework and business climate. We often have taxation on financial transactions. For instance, we had a 20% taxation on financial transaction in DRC last month. We also have overlapping directives coming from the banks, the central bank, and the telco regulator, and we have to deal with. We sometimes also face some excess in regulation in some countries. In a country like Morocco, we also face kind of restrictions because you have very low transaction sailings for the operations, very low. And sometimes also it's a cumbersome process when you want to open a point of sale. So these are the kind of challenge we're facing in the region. The third one is the very low identification policy in all these countries. You have many people who are not fully identified, and as some services are accessible only for fully identified customers, it's an issue for us.
And I'm going to ask you, what do you think the key value is that the World Bank Group brings to support your investment in emerging markets? And you can also be critical or ask for more as part of your response.
Well, I think, first of all, insurance instruments, it's really key, because when you're a private actor and you invest in high-risk markets, you need to guarantee that your investment and your assets are protected. So, and we're very happy that MIGA provide that instruments. We've been using it for 20 years now, and we are very happy of the service, of course. And we hope that all the development organizations be inspired by MIGA to put that kind of instruments. And we also hope that MIGA and the other development organization will be able to extend it to other geographies. And we also hope it will come back in some countries where it is suspended, like in Mali. So these are but we're very happy with these instruments. So this is the first one. The second one is we also need, our conviction is the World Bank Group is well positioned to arm the governments on taxation and regulatory policy. So we need them also to arm the governments on taxation, over-taxation of digital services, which is important for the financial inclusion, and also access in regulation also, which is important. So we think the position of World Bank Group is very important to help us develop inclusion, financial inclusion. The third one is we would like also the group to advocate for, let's say, a more wider usage of financial services by the government. For instance, for tax collection, for disbursement, and also for the administration services. It will help, let's say, develop financial inclusion and, of course, drive this inclusion furthermore.
Thank you, Alioune Ndiaye, who's chairman of the board of Orange Africa and Middle East. It's been a pleasure discussing both financial inclusion and our partnership.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.